Hi guys, welcome to the video. If you enjoy, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, comment, and share with anybody you think might enjoy some brand new Pokemon content. In this video, I'm going to be talking about my first teams that I ever used in different playthroughs of each of the Pokemon games. In this video, I'm only going to do generations 1 through 5. Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, Crystal, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, and Black and White 2. Let's get into it. So we'll start off in Kanto, Generation 1, Red, Blue, and Yellow. I actually did not play Red, Blue, and Yellow. I just didn't have a Game Boy at the time. A friend of mine let me play his copy of Red version once. Said you can go around, run around, play, whatever. He was in the middle of surfing, not sure where, probably somewhere around Cinnabar Island. He showed me how to use the fishing mechanic. First thing I fished up was a Gyarados. He let me catch it. So my first ever capture was a Gyarados. And that covers my team for Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. I believe it was Pokemon Red though. As for Generation 2, I personally played Silver, my brother played Gold. I believe we both started with Cyndaquil. Other than that, I don't really remember anybody on my team besides the shiny red Gyarados. Moving on to Hoenn, Generation 3, that's where I kind of start to remember a little bit more. I played Sapphire version, my brother played Ruby version. At the time, the anime had already been out for a little while, so I had started with Trico, but I think at some point I swapped it and started with a Mudkip. I don't totally remember my original Sapphire team. So for now, that's my Sapphire team. Moving back into Kanto, I do have a very firm remembrance of what my Fire Red team was. At that point, my brother kind of stopped playing, so I was on my own. I chose Fire Red because I like Charizard more than I like Venusaur. I don't really like Venusaur, sorry guys. My starter was Charmander, and Charmander plus Metal Claw, fantastic. I actually ended up beating the last rival fight to become the champion, doing the same thing that Ash did in the anime to Gary, Seismic Toss on Charizard to Blastoise. It felt so good. But the rest of my team was Fearow, Persian, Electrode, Dugtrio, the Hitmonchan from the Fighting Dojo. Used it as a fighting type, but mostly I used it as coverage. I tried Ice Punch, so he was very helpful against Lance and the Dragon types. Back to Hoenn really quick, when Emerald came out, this team I'm in love with. Started with Trico and stuck with it that time, Sceptile all the way. The rest of my team was caught pretty early, except for one team member. So by the time I got to Dewford, in Granite Cave, I caught Makuhita and Aron, which evolved into Hariyama and eventually Aggron, who is just one of my favorite designs ever. One of the reasons I love the Steel type. The other three members were Trapinch, which I caught in that desert area by Route 111. I evolved it into Vibrava and eventually Flygon, one of my favorite Hoenn Pokemon. And then the last Pokemon was Wailord. We'll move on to Sinnoh. I played Pearl. I literally had enough money to buy one of the games and a DS. I went to my local GameStop. I said, hey, I need a DS and a copy of Pokemon. They were like, we have one DS and one copy of Pokemon left. It was Pokemon Pearl. I was like, I don't care, give it to me. And it was a pink DS to match my Pokemon Pearl copy. I did not mind it. I rocked it. I still have it somewhere. The screen kind of fell off, but it works. So maybe I'll show it off sometime. But I started with Chimchar, and then I caught the standards, right? I caught Staraptor, caught Luxray, Floatzel, and I cannot remember the rest of my team for Pearl. But then moving on into Platinum, at this point, some of my friends kind of started getting back into it as well. So I had people to trade with, and there was Wi-Fi. You didn't need the cable anymore. So in Platinum, I started, I believe, technically with Turtwig, but I ended up having Torterra on my team and Infernape. I also had a lot of changing going on around my team. At one point, one of my friends, we both really liked Gastrodon, so I had a Gastrodon on my team. They really liked Gardevoir. I really liked Gallade. So there's no official team. So basically it's going to be the same as my Pearl team, where it's the standards of Sinnoh and just swapping out other members. Gen 4, right, brought us more remakes. Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I didn't play Gold, so I had no attachment to Gold or Ho-Oh. I played Silver, loved Lugia. Bought Soul Silver, started with Typhlosion. That wasn't even a question. I have no idea what my final team was. I have the copy of Soul Silver. I am really excited to eventually look at it and see what my team was, but I know for sure the Red Gyarados was on my team again. Pretty sure Ampharos was on there, Crobat, but I couldn't tell you the rest of the main squad. Anyhow, let's take a trip to Gen 5 and Unova. A whole new set of Pokemon. Can't use old Pokemon. Was a really cool idea. I really liked that part of Unova. I don't know why I didn't enjoy the games, and I'm very sorry to say that, because I know for some people it is their favorite games. It's a great story, and I think the fact that the gym leaders help out is so cool. I just wish the Pokemon were better, and maybe it's just because they were trying 3D graphics for the first time on a handheld system. It just didn't really flow with me, and at that point, after Black and White, I kind of fell off Pokemon for a long time. In there, my team, I started with Tepig. It's the only one of the 3 starters that I really liked. Is the cutest of the 3, in my opinion, at least. And then they had already leaked the final evolutions of the starters. Emboar was the only one that I didn't hate. I don't like Samurot's design. I really, really dislike Superior. The whole Snivy line, I don't do it. So because I got Tepig as my starter, I got free Pansage, so evolved it to Simisage, used that. I thought it was pretty good, and I'm not a grass type user by any means. Seismitoad, I thought having a water ground frog Pokemon was pretty cool. Really liked frogs since I was younger, and I'm gonna blame that 100% on Mighty Morphin Power Ranger movie, where Adam sees his new Megazord spirit animal thing, and it's a frog. That was awesome. And then at the time, Naruto was really big. I think he had just gotten the ability to summon frogs, so I was like, I'm having the frog on my team. I even named it Gamabunta after the big boss Toad in Naruto. I did eventually end up with a Braviary towards the end of the game because Unfezant is not good at all. And then I had the in-game trade for Emolga, which was named Mini Pete. I do have a little bit of attachment to Mini Pete. It was very helpful. I thought a flying electric Pokemon, very cool. You got rid of the one electric weakness in ground, and with Volt Switch you can pivot out on rock types, so you don't even really have to worry about that. Same thing with ice types. I cannot remember my last team member. I'm pretty sure I just couldn't find anything that I really liked, so I ended up trading a Gliscor over from Platinum. That was my team for Unova. Oh, I mean, I had Zekrom when I had to, switched out for Mini Pete because they're both electric types. But yeah, that was my team. Let me know in the comments what you think about my teams, what your teams were, what Pokemon I should try when I go back to play these games again. Yeah, just make sure if you enjoyed, you hit the like button. That'll tell me that you want to see part 2 of this, because I have since played all the Pokemon games that are available to me. Comment also maybe what you think my Gen 6 through 9 teams have been. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I can't wait for everybody to see this. So I will catch you guys later.